throughout my time here, my family has been repetitively denied. I understand Travis Bloom is an idiot. I understand that. Fully understand that. He holds a good heart.
Fabricating fictitious government you ever seen.
My little brother used to run to mother and say, "Mom, BB hit me." BB was my sister. He used to say, "BB hit me." Mom would say, "Well, my lovely young man, where are the marks to prove such?" Well, my mom, show me the marks. He could not show any marks. Mother would say, "I can't tell where the marks are." True story.
And the evidence is going to show that law enforcement tampered with evidence to meet their such high burden of proof.
While I'm waiting for this, did you, whether it's true or not, believe that Mr. Randolph had slept with your wife?
I wouldn't care.
You wouldn't have cared?
No,
Did you believe he had slept with your wife?
no,
Did you believe he slept with your mother-in-law?
probably did. Everybody has.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Said that.
Everybody has.
Oh, okay.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whoever you are, what in, if any, you might be, and welcome to a chill stream, Lego stream. Not gonna be a lot stream. I'm a little stuck that I was following that case and that ended, so I didn't have a new case to pick up because I had been a little ill. And now I'm just stuck in a limbo because nothing new starts. So I actually think instead of getting booby pictures, I would rather have that people send me links to new cases. I don't get any of it, so maybe I should ask for that instead. Look, plant fan, it's a plant. Today I'm gonna be building the Lucky Bamboo. This is my birthday present from Mads that I got when I met up with him and Dave and Pernilla and Dave's wonderful wife and mother-in-law out in Odense. And we're gonna just chit and chat and try to, could we make a positive day on the interwebs? Let me just mute the other studio. Can I mute that studio? No, I want you to say less. Mute that one. Yes. Let's try and do it a little positive today because I did a stream earlier today because I've been so bummed out with what's going on the interwebs today. So let's try and keep it in a positive mood. Let's not talk about all the stupid things that goes on. And someone was asking me if I'm gonna cover. Can I put it so you can see it? If I'm gonna cover that Mike from the Young Jerks is having a court hearing today in his defamation case. This has nothing to do with the Karen Read case. A lot of people think that has nothing to do with it. I'm not going to cover that. It's a defamation case. It's a hearing. It's most likely just going to be a nothing burger. And I would have to sit and read to you all the things that's alleged in it. And I'm sorry. I don't want to waste my time on that. If it was going to court and we could hear something, and yeah, maybe I would cover that, but this one is just too, it's a little boring. And it is no secret that Mike hasn't been a fan of mine, and I haven't been a fan of him lately. So let's just leave that at the roadside, and I might go to the gym for the second time instead, or something like that. I think the funniest part of the Everybody Has clip is the lady saying, "I'm sorry, what did you say?" Yeah, that's the judge when she says, oh, okay. Yeah, that's the best part. I don't have the patience for Lego, but I have the patience for other crafts. I do look at all the different kits. They're amazing to me. There are too many to choose from. I went to the store today because yesterday I ripped the rear windshield wiper off my car. Well, the blade part of it. When I scraped, there was a big chunk of ice and it just ripped it clear off. And I just thought it was the big piece of ice that I had removed because I went to the gym really early yesterday. And I didn't notice that I ripped my windscreen wiper off, and then I had driven over it. So I had to go and get a new one today. And it was right next to the Lego store. So I had to go and check. But the only thing they had that they had those, oh, they could be nice to build. And then you had that one where you just think, oh, I really want that, because I have this one. I have the Bumblebee, and there is a Megatron. No, Optimus Prime as well. But that's 1,200 Danish. That's like 150, $200. And I was like, no, I like it, but I can wait if it ever goes on sale. But it could be cool having both of them. Hey, Malin. But let's read about the lucky bamboo. A familiar presence in nature and gardens, the bamboo is also seen as a popular art motif. In a tradition that spans more than 1,000 years, it is often portrayed in ink and wash paintings as part of a classical quartet of beautiful plants known as the Four Gentlemen, or the Four Noble Ones. Together they present the virtues and continuous circle of the season. The bamboo is summer, the chrysanthemum is autumn, the plum is winter, and the orchid is spring. Able to bend without breaking in harsh winds, the bamboo stands for humility, honesty, and loyalty. So that's a good way of... That's what we all need, some loyalty and some humility and some bending but not breaking. No, I didn't shop anything today because there was a lot of stuff that I kind of like, oh, that could be cool, but again, it's just, I didn't think that I was going to build it anyway. And well, it wasn't something I just felt for. I needed this day. And I have a few things all ready to build. So do I want to go and put more on the storage shelves? And they didn't really have anything on sale. Last time I got the Viking ship, it was on 40% sale, so that was nice. Where the hell is this? But I was talking to the Wonder Mods today, and because, are you going to cover cases? I said, yeah, but I don't want to jump into the cases that's already going, and there's nothing really coming up anywhere. And I don't only have Law and Crime and Court TV, which is apparently gonna merge now. I also have like some weird Fox News channel out of Saskatchewan and MSNBC Alaska, and all of these that sometimes have shown a trial, and there's just nothing popping up really. It's a kind of a, I don't know if it's a dead season for for true crime or they just stopped covering it. There is a case that's on kind of the horizon right now. They had a meeting the other day where a guy is alleged to have unalived his wife and hidden her in a I think it's a propane tank. I might be wrong, but I think it's a propane tank that they claim that he hid her in. And he was offered a last-minute plea deal that he didn't accept, but it's set to go for 9 weeks, I think. And what the hell do they not know in that case that will take 9 weeks? She was found inside a propane tank on his property. But sometimes they just take a long time to finish these cases. How the hell? Oh, like this. The Weller case or something. Court TV bought Law and Crime. No, the other way around. Law and Crime bought Court TV, which is good because Court TV is the ones who have a lot of their stuff put on their website with all of their horrendous advertising and their bad hosts. So I'm glad that if they don't do that anymore. How the heck do you hide someone in a propane tank? Well, you open up and then you seal it again back after. That's the way how you hide someone in a propane tank. Kind of like the Guthrie case where they're looking into the septic tank. I was looking at the Guthrie trial this morning as well to see if there's any updates, and there's just nothing. They missed the deadline yesterday at 7 p.m., I believe it was. And there's just nothing out there. Nothing at all to look at. Hey, Alfie. Baker, do you know how to make tiramisu? No, I am a baker. I'm not a pastry chef. So I don't know how to make that. That starts today, 9 weeks. Oh my God. Which one starts today? Stop flipping you off. Never. The propane case isn't set to start till next week, I think. The fresh wells on the tank might just be a clue. Paul Guy, you are a perceptive person, because yes, that would probably be a good way to. Oh, I'll have to put this away. To tell that someone has funkled with your equipment, but there wasn't really anything in the hearing that gave any indication to anything. I was listening to it and thought maybe we could kind of watch it and see what's up with it. But again, it's a 9 week case, which means that would go over the Corey Richards case. But then again, I could think everyone else is going to cover the Corey Richards trial, so why shouldn't I take this trial that potentially no one will be covering? That's kind of how I started my crap out. That was by doing the things that no one else was doing. So, and Corey Richards will be in a time zone where I would have to do it on replay anyway. So I could do the propane tank case. Oh, sorry, I forgot the Discord. It's because I'm on my other computer. Thank you, Marissa. It'll slip up sometimes. Sounds like an interesting trial. Yeah, it sounds. I might have to make the Wonder Mods work, and I'll look into it. I think he's called Weller, which is kind of ironic if he welded up a propane tank. But yeah, it's a kind of weird. His son, I believe, was also a potential suspect at one point. Am I using the wrong ones of these? Yes, I am. These are not the golden ones. Hey, Casimir. Take the road untraveled, man. Yeah, I'm probably... Maybe I'll do it... maybe I should do a stream and we can discuss that, and then we can discuss if we should do the Cory Richards on delay or we should just do this this one. I want to be done till Courtney Clenny comes on, because that's going to be so insanely stupid the way she's going to explain how she became a master knife thrower. It's probably going to be a disappointing case in the end, as always when we have these big cases, but and I know that's going to be a crowded market with the with the Courtney Clenny case, because Nick Rekieta has been talking about that for months now, that's going to be his comeback trial watching. So, but I don't. Well, I know I share some of my audience with him, but I believe that he's the true crimer with the highest number of male audience. So it might be. I don't know. We've just been looking at Courtney Clenny for so long, but I might need to take a better look at that that case in the tank. Hey, Mini Bear. Marissa, still quicker than the YouTube notification. Yeah, if you ever get a YouTube notification, that's actually why I do the Discord notifications, because there's a higher likelihood that you will have your notifications on Discord than YouTube will ever send you a notification. So please go join the Discord. Or don't. Or follow me on Twitch, because I know I remembered to put it on Twitch today. Opening statements in Warner tomorrow. Well, then it could be perfect. This isn't the longest build. This is 300 pieces, so that'll probably take me, I don't know, 45 minutes. So we might even be able to go and do a little bit of research after, if you want to hang out for a bit, if you don't have a ton of stuff that you need to go out and fix. What state is Warner out of? I can't even remember that. I'm such a bad host. Well, if Discord is gonna require something, I'll find another place and have it. It's not the end of the world. Things will move on anyway. Warner is Wisconsin, so that'll be Central Time. So that'll be, Warner is Michigan, but that'll still be Central Time. Yeah, that'll just end at 9 o'clock. Sorry, not at 9 o'clock, at 11 o'clock instead of 10 o'clock. So that is doable. That is doable. Island Rose, na 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 na, Lucky Sapanita. It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. Hey, we are alive. We're still breathing. Everything's cool. Michigan is Eastern. Thank you, Marissa. Have you ever considered, you Yanks, just to have one time zone like the Chinese? Seem to work for them. It'll make my life so much easier because I'm on with, that's what the question is about today. This Saturday at 12 Eastern, I will be on with Skip, who is doing that 365 days in isolation, the isolation channel. We're going to do a Lego build-off on Saturday. And we had to figure out what time to do it because he's on Central. No, he's on Mountain. He's on one of the other zones. So I had to add 2 to Eastern. And to get from that to my time, I then have to add another 6. So that was some math I had to do in that one. But luckily, I can do math. I couldn't have been a lawyer because I'm pretty good at math. You never build a Lego in your life. Well, it's therapeutic to me to build them. I hadn't built one in probably 20 years. The first time I was invited on a Dave and Valhalla Lego build. I actually thought yesterday was the day they were supposed to have had Jimmy on to build Lego, but that wasn't yesterday. And then I found out that it's really therapeutic. So, and it'll just, because I have this, I get nervous energy a lot when I'm just sitting here. And if I just have to talk, it's easier for me if I have something to fiddle around with. So it's either that or start smoking again so I can move my fingers all the time. It's probably better not to start smoking again. Can you explain, like I'm 5, what he's doing, Skip? Skip is in isolation for a year for his health, I believe. And he made it, okay, I'm going to tape all of it. So that's what he's doing. He's recording himself every single day, everything. When he sleeps, when he works out, not when he goes to the toilet. But he's locked in a small apartment. And he's just streaming daily. I think I would have gone insane, but that's because I fart a lot. So every day I would just wake up to a new fart track. Who got doxxed? What's going on? Has anyone seen my future husband? His head is a BLT sandwich. Did he get doxxed? I haven't seen that he got really doxxed. I've seen a lot of people claiming they doxxed him. But I miss him as well. Can I borrow him on Sundays? I streamed it yesterday. He seems like a good dude, but it's weird. He's just in a house, not an apartment, so he doesn't have a kitchen. I thought there was a kitchen out behind him, but I've seen he makes some food sometimes. So I don't know. It's a social experiment, and he asked me if I wanted to build some Lego, and I said, yeah, sure, let's do that, because I like meeting new people, and I like participating in weird streams with new people, and kind of want to. You get stuck in these funks where you're doing the same over and over. That's why I stopped doing the Saturday morning show, because I kind of just it was the same show over and over and over again. And even though I love streaming with Mo and Jamie, it was becoming a lot. of the same, and that's when I just say, nah, let's try something different. Yeah, but we liked it. Yeah, I know a lot of people liked it, but at the same time, when it becomes the same, that's the same when you're doing these long trials and it's the same every day. That's why I like those 2-week trials where you're just in, you're out, and like I said, I want an idiot pro se who hasn't unalived kids or an old grandma. Someone like Bradley Yawn, just not as big of an asshole, where you can make fun of him every single day, and he will say something completely stupid, and you can just have fun with it. I know Jathan made an article. Yeah, but I saw him reply that wasn't him. So Jathan is he has a lot of time to dox people. I like those gut-working trials where we laugh. Yeah, I'm kind of sad that we didn't get into that Georgia case, because listening to the old boyfriend yesterday, I was just screaming guilty. But sadly, that just didn't fit in with my health schedule, because I had a baby who wanted to make me sick for 3 weeks. So that was a little annoying, but hey, I have good people I know who covers it, and that's wonderful for them, because caring is sharing. And I think this is how it's supposed to go on. Come on. Ta-da! The bottom done. And someone asked me the other day, is it normal that you have leftover pieces? Yes, it's very normal. These are my leftovers from all the builds I've done. Sharing is caring. Babies love to share things. Yeah, and I get sick from it. Hey, Krista. Skip's wife is in the house and truly supports him. It's actually incredible to me. Yeah, that's good. And he called his kid. The first day I was in his chat, he was calling his kid because, oh, you gotta hear the broken bakers here. And I'm like, who the hell cares about me? I'm just a weirdo. Update. Why did it just change color? Opening statements in Michigan v. Warner moved to Thursday. So not tomorrow. Okay. That's Is there any reason given why they moved it? Because they have been seating the jury for quite some days now. This looks fun. I'm gonna get me a Lego set. I think it's fun. Again, it keeps you occupied while you're just chatting away. "10 years old will get you sick too. I'm so medicated, I'm floating around." Well, lucky you. I can't get any medication. The only medication I've been taking during this is just some pain pills and then the medicine Marissa sent me. It was called Cocaina Cracker. I don't know what it is, but it made me forget a lot of hours. And she said that's something everyone in America does. So I believe her. Outstanding evidentiary issues will be discussed on Wednesday in a short hearing according to the court. Oh, then maybe that could be a stream tomorrow trying to figure out what the hell is going on. What the hell is even that? Chill, Daddy, chill. They just started the second round of jury selection today. I thought they were done with it. They started last week, but hey, that shows how much I have been paying attention. But I never pay attention to anything. I just, I'll let the Wonder Much yell at me, and then I'll say, okay. Yeah, I can't imagine not getting to walk-in clinic and just getting to wait it out. Well, I could go to the clinic. I'll have to get an appointment first, and then they will say, okay, what's wrong with you? I'd say, well, I have had a lot of mucus, and I didn't have any fever, and I'm just feeling really hampered down. They'll say, yeah, you can just take some Tylenol, and if you develop a fever, you can come back, or else you just have to sleep it out. That's how we do it, because we can't just run and take the resources out of the system. Old ladies have to sit there and talk to the doctor every day. So us normal people don't go there. Lucky slap. That's not how it goes. This is how it goes. Baker, don't you all use the old school methods of blackberry brandy and any kind of brandy? I don't think I have any brandy in my house. I have more moonshine in my house than anything else. Hey, the space between. Oh, no. I don't know what you said, Dizzy. I missed it. Mini Bear, my whole house has been sick for 2 weeks now. Hubby and kiddos. Yeah, everyone gets it. I love that you support him. I didn't know that. Oh, you know me, Krista. I'll find these small pet projects around town, and then I'll just start supporting and try and get some people to view watch them. Because hey, why not help new people? His channel has been growing insanely fast because I think a lot of creators are kind of wondering what the hell is this, and then they'll send people over there, and he's a nice dude, and that'll make people stick around and watch him. Oh, this is going to be one of those borings, repeat the same build technique 25 million times. This is the worst part of building these flower things. It's so much of the same thing. Come on. Get in there. You know you want to go there. Just imagine it's his birthday. Relax. Because I'm a nice guy. Nah, I'm not a nice guy. I'm an asshole. I've said that a million times. Everyone think I'm such a nice guy, but I'm not. Again, now I'm going to get an access to his audience this Saturday by streaming with him, because I went into his chat and was nice to him. See, it's a win-win for both of us. He gets some subscribers, and I get some new eyes on me. That's why people should be working together instead of working against each other. Ugh. It's because I'm handsome. Purple Mary, now I can die a happy man. Someone called me handsome. A Spanish lullaby. Last night I dreamt of St. Pedro. Na, na. I don't know what I got this Madonna song stuck in my head. I never listened to her, so I don't know why it is so. My Spanish lullaby. Weep. Casimir, you've been hitting on me for months. Doesn't that mean something? Nah. You haven't called me handsome. That's all a guy wants to hear. Someone calling him handsome. I've been told. Dum, 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 dum. I always thought she said, last night I dreamt of some bagels. Oh, bagels are a wasted baking product, so why would you dream about that? Hey, Rianne. Is this set Lucky Bamboo? Yes, it is the Lucky Bamboo set. Baker is aesthetically pleasing in all the ways. Well, that's because I only shoot from the chest up. The rest, that's a mess. It's kind of like oatmeal stuck in a too small bag. That's why that story about me sending unsolicited peen pics would never be, because why would I send pictures of that mess around? Like Pearl Jam's song, my best friend thought the lyrics "I'm Still Alive" was heard an outsider lie. Eddie Vedder had his own style. What can you say? I haven't listened to much Pearl Jam, to be honest. Oh, there's a way it should be posted. So like this, and then like this. Better do it right now. Better do it right now. What is the most superior baking product? Your hands. That'll determine if it's going to be a good product. Because once you get the feeling into your hands of how a baking product should have that feeling, and you can know, no, this is right, this is wrong. Too much moisture, too little moisture. So your hands is the most important part of baking. Yes, I know that wasn't the expected answer, but that is the truthful answer. Without your hands, you will not be able to determine if your dough is ready and you can't finish your product. So your hands are the most important part of being a baker. That's why it's so weird we go and burn our hands every day on the baking trays. So you can't feel really anything else, and you will always have like these weird. It's not like calluses, but still, it is. You got model hands, man. Look at, there's not one imperfection on them. Oh, that's because you can't tell on this one. This one, I got my 6 stitches in that thumb when I put a cookie cutting blade into my bone. This one, I have all my knuckles. I fell. I did a colon. I fell on my bike, and I ripped all my knuckles open. And then I went to work because, hey, why take a day off when you're working with your hands? So my hand got so infected that I couldn't close my hand without, this is going to be gross, but if I tried to close my hand, I would pop the pus out of the inflammation in my knuckles. And my boss got mad at me that I didn't just work with a glove on. That could just fix it. You can't work with a glove on. They'll get ripped all the time and stuff like that. And it was so bad I had to have penicillin injected into my hand to try and cover it for not going into... they were afraid that it might even get sepsis because it was... I think my knuckles were like this much bigger, and they were just infected. And he got mad that I had to stay away from work for like a week. That wasn't a fun day. I'm waiting on Jimmy's critique of my nails. I have horrible nails. But I'm also not Wayne, so if he doesn't like them, that's fine by me. I've lived with them my entire life, and I know they're ugly. This one and this one, I think. Call him Mr. Raider, call him Mr. Wrong, call him insane. I know what I want and I want it now. I want you, 'cause I'm Mr. Vain. I know what I want and I want it now. I want you, but I'm Mr. Vain. Mr. Wrong. Once had an infection on a sunburn. Oh, that sounds nasty. But the funny thing, when I put that cookie cutter into my hand, my sous chef at the bakery, he just taped it up and said, "Oh yeah, this time we're not going to call your mom. My mom worked as a lab technician at the hospital. She's just going to tell you to take some days off. You don't need that." And I was like, okay. And then I just went on working, and I had to go and clean. That was what the apprentice was the one who cleaned the bakery when we were done baking. And while I was working, I felt like I had gotten water into this Band-Aid he had put on my hand, and this was probably 3-4 hours later. And I thought, that's probably not good. I've got to change it so it stays clean, so it doesn't get infected. And I did this, and it wasn't water. It had just kept bleeding for 3-4 hours and was just filled with blood. So yeah, I did call my mom, and she sent me to the hospital and got 6 stitches in the finger. So luckily, chick dick scars, pain heals, and glory lasts forever. We're still talking about the gross injury. Hey, everyone loves a good injury story. It's kind of like when you talk to a nurse. When you talk to a nurse, you don't want to know about, and that day we had this kid come in and we saved him, and he just needed some Tylenol and a Band-Aid. No, you want to know about that guy who came in and said, I don't know how it got there, but I must have sat on it. That's the story you always ask your nurse friend about. How many of the accidental, I put it in my butt stuff stories have you heard? How did I catch up so far? I just look at chat and then I'll see what I have to respond to. Sometimes I respond to in a long time, and sometimes I don't respond in a long time. I want this song out of my head. It's gonna make my brain go dead. I don't know why it got there. I haven't listened on the radio. It's annoying me all too much. I don't like Madonna songs, so why the hell is it stung? This is really annoying, and I'm peeing people off. This is not the song I want stuck in my head. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, the worst thing is now everyone has Madonna in their head. No one wants Madonna in their head. That's not true. I actually like Evita. I think that's a good musical movie as well. Maybe not so much Antonio Banderas. I don't think he's singing that well in that song. I have to repeat this 9 times. This is the worst part about building these sets. It's the same all over and over and over and over again. It gets repetitive. That's not fun for me. I want something new. My mind will go numb. I need to get my blood tested, but I'm scared. Makes me think about it. Any tips? Go get the test. It's not going to change because you're scared or you're not scared. So just get it done. I remember when I started in the Navy. That was I'm the age where we were told that everyone would die of AIDS. We could all have I think we were offered. I not think we were told to get it, but we were offered an AIDS test when we started in the Navy, and I hadn't done any drugs or had any relationship with men at that point, and so statistically there was no chance that I could have had it, but still I said, yes, sure, let me have a test just to make sure. And still you're really scared while you're waiting for it. Maybe I have it. And that's because I remember all of the live shows that was on TV back in the day to tell us that, everyone's going to die from AIDS. And then when my ex-wife got pregnant, and she was that was part of my fake valor. I met her while on deployment, and I stayed there for a second tour, and she had to go home because it wasn't safe for the baby to be, or for her to be pregnant in the area. There was a lot of bad stuff that could potentially harm the baby. So the rest of us, we could stay there, no matter that we had people getting eczema and stuff like that constantly. But she was sent home, and then she told me that she had blood work done, and she had a test. And again, I still hadn't started having sex with men at that point, so no reason to be scared. But you're still scared when you're waiting for that result. It's such a weird thing that because everyone on television told you that it would fall off if you ever used it or showed it to a woman. You still have that fear in you. She's talking about being scared of needles, not AIDS. Well, I'm just talking about how blood tests are weird. Well, if you're scared of needles, just look the other way. My mom was, as I said, she was a lab technician. That's probably one of my lies again. And she could do blood draws on me when I needed it. But then when she stopped working because of her, she ended up on disability because of her arthritis and what most likely was a chemical reaction to her new hip, and every time I had to get blood draw, I'll always end up looking like a bad junkie because they can't find my veins. I have deep lying veins. Oh, you're just fat. No, still when I'm skinny, it's hard to find my veins, and that's oh, like this. Okay. So I missed my mom being able to do the blood draws on me because she was good at it. She knew how to get the red juice out of me. But I learned that just close your eyes and look the other way, and it can't hurt you. Yes, this is the way. Ta-da. Ta-da. Keyword there was yet. Yeah. Well, why do you think I get invited back to Tennessee? Why do you think Valhalla picks me up with a Baconator every time at the airport? It's not because of my winning personality, because I don't have a personality. I have anger issues. That's what I have. Find a focal point in the room and don't look at the needle. I hate needles too. I was poked a lot by them as a kid. That suffers that suffers seizures. Yeah, I'm always. It's the same back when we had to go and get tested for the coof and stuff like that because I couldn't stand that prodding in the nose thing. And I would just have to tell them, you better, because there was just like kids who got like a very high paid job, and they would always just fuck around, and I was just, can I just do it myself, because I can do it in 2 seconds, and I don't want you touching me. I hate people stuffing things in my nose. No, we're not allowed to. F off. Yeah, your nose stings after. Yeah, that was, and they just, because I've had my nose broken and rebroken to try and fix what they didn't fix the first time, they broke it to try and fix the injuries. I'm very sensitive because when you're had, I don't know if any of you have ever had a nose broken, but you'll get these like kind of a tampon stuffed in your nose to so it expands and keep your nose open, and that'll just grow into all of the mucus and shit up there. And when they yank it out, it feels like they're pulling your brain out through your nose. But Baker, you don't have a brain. No, they pulled it out of my nose. I almost punched an orderly one time. The first time they did it. Ta-da! That was a quick build. 55 minutes while talking. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. Give me 2 minutes to go in on the other computer and we'll talk about that Warner case that might start Thursday. La 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 la. because I didn't hit unmute on the program. Go back and listen to all the things that I just said while I was reading on the other side.
I was told they were having a really hard time getting attorneys to talk about how they think Karen is guilty because of the lashback, because people and the height of the boiler on the back of the SUV was right where that wound was too.
I'm not that smart, you know. I thought I only muted it on the other camera, but I apparently muted every camera. Did you all read along so I don't have to read it again? And yes, I played the Tuesday clip so I wouldn't feel like the dumbest person on the stream. I'm sorry, loophole lawyer. I know you're in love with her. Oh, about to end the show. Money is here. No, I think she's a pretty woman, but I can't stand dumb people. I'll get so tired of her so fast that I don't even think I could spend an hour in her presence just listening to her. Stop trying to mouth hug the microphone. Well, Hey, I'm Baker. I have had this channel for, I think I've been monetized for close to 4 years. At this point, you should know you did say no lashback. At least I'm cute, though. What I said when I came back in here was, let's take a look at the Dale Warner case and what it is about. This case is set to start on now Thursday. It was set to start tomorrow, but there's some evidentiary things. So let's hope it's nothing that'll blow the case wide open. But the 5 key takeaways that this article describes are as follows. Dale Warner has been accused of killing his wife, Dee Warner, in 2021 and hiding her body. The case involves a multi-year investigation, a private investigator's key findings, and a significant financial dispute playing out in civil court. And these are the 5 takeaways. He's on trial after his wife was found on the property. It's one open murder and tampering with evidence in the death of his wife. She was last seen in April 21 and presumed death after a lengthy disappearance. The case solidified significantly in August 2024, so only a year and a half ago, when Dee Warner's remains was discovered inside a welded-shut storage tank on the Warner property in Franklin Township. Dale Warner was arrested already in November 23 prior to the discovery, and his trial is expected to last several weeks, ending in March. They say 9 weeks. That doesn't fit with March. A private investigator presented key evidence against the husband. Early on in the investigation, Dee Warner's family hired investigative attorney Billy Little, who publicly accused Dale Warner of murder in May of 22. Little presented police with what he called highly circumstantial but still solid evidence. This included an inconsistent timeline of events from Dale Warner, the fact that home security cameras never showed Dee leaving the property, and a piece of heavy farm equipment that appeared to have been suspiciously cleaned after her disappearance. this effort was crucial in driving the case forward. The investigation involved a multi-agency task force. And it's just that the Lenawee or Lenawee, I don't know, county sheriff's office began it, and then they worked with the sheriff's office, MSP, and then I said the MSP and FBI to pull resources and investigate tips. For 2 years, authorities treated this as a no-body homicide, which presented unique challenges and required extensive searches of the Warner property using canine units and ground-piercing radar. There's also a $100 million wrongful death lawsuit that alleges a financial motive. Alongside the criminal trial, Dale Warner is facing a $100 million wrongful death lawsuit by his wife's estate. The lawsuit is brought by Dee Warner's daughter and alleges that Dale Warner began liquidating his wife's assets shortly after she vanished and should not be allowed to financial benefit from her death. The couple jointly owned multiple businesses and approximately 4,000 acres of farmland. The suit notes that Dale Warner was previously found in contempt of court in 2023 for the unauthorized dispositions of their joint marital assets. The civil cases state. Suspicious circumstances and domestic abuse allegation were present before she disappeared. According to the family's private investigator, Dee Warner was planning to leave her husband and had been a victim of physical abuse. Several suspicious events occurred around the time she went missing. All of her electronic devices, including the smartwatch she was wearing, reportedly went dead simultaneously at 2:30 a.m. while she was supposedly asleep. This, combined with allegation of domestic violence, paint a grim picture for investigators long before her body was found. So these are just 5 takeaways. Normally, as always, we don't deep dive into cases. We try and go and watch them and try and see what they present in court. This is Lenawee. No, it's at Lenawee. This is in Michigan. This is... I haven't watched much of it. I watched a little bit of the hearing the other day. I didn't really catch anything. Love a Michigan case. Michigan has been good to us. This was in Franklin Township in Michigan. I really hope there was a good investigator. There were good investigators on this case. I haven't, again, we normally don't do the deep dives. We just jump into the case and sometimes we'll leave them again if they're too boring. But, oh, I can't close down my poll on the others. Can I do? Oh, I can't do that. I have my studio open over here. So, end my poll. Will I win the Gizmo build-off? 86% says yes. So, you 40 people who are here now. Why did we dip 40 people? Oh, that happened. Oh, that's a long time ago. People just left. People didn't want to watch me build Lego. I'm so sorry. But we're only 40 people here. I don't need to make a new poll. Last case was the Trumpley trial. I think you mean the Crumpley case, and I didn't cover the Crumpley case. That was Dave who covered that one. My ex visited me from Ireland and watched true crime shows all day when I was at work. He told me a lot happens in Michigan, then said we should get life insurance on me. Smartwatches are becoming huge for evidentiary purposes. Yeah, because you have them all on all the time, and they're linked to your phone, and you know everything stays in the cloud. Just ask Michael Proctor. He found out the hard way that you can't hide from the cloud. So shouldn't we do this to Thursday? If it starts Thursday, shouldn't we go to a trip in Michigan and stay there for a couple of weeks, maybe 9 weeks? been a long time since we have followed a case from gavel to gavel, and hopefully there will be probably a lot of technical people coming in talking about it. But it seems like it has a little bit of everything. So I think that's going to be the next case we are going to pick up. And again, because the Corey Richards case, I would have to do it on replay anyway. And I know everyone is going to, Emily D. Baker is going to cover it, Recovery is going to cover it. Everyone's going to cover that case. So we can just hang out in our little naughty corner of the interwebs. Don't have a watch that tracks me. Oh, I like my watch tracking me. It told me, was it yesterday or the day before, that my stress was under control. I didn't know I had stress. It seems like an interesting trial and a good pick. Yeah, I think so. Because sometimes you just get, because some cases get all the, oh, we have to watch this, and have you heard about this case? And I've been kind of doing the opposite of everyone else, because everyone will cover the same case. And what about the people who don't want to watch Corey Richards? What about the people who don't want to watch Corey Clenny? So I think we're going to do this. We're going to do that. We never got our mermaid stream. No, they made me sick, so I don't have the guts to do my mermaid stream. Jedi just tells you that you have stress all the time. No, she just tells me I'm angry and that I should eat a Snickers. But I'm not a big fan of Snickers. I'm actually not a big fan of candy bars. I like chocolate, but I don't like candy bars. So, yeah. Naughty is nighttime shows. Yes, we do the naughty at nighttime. We don't do that during the daytime, like someone said when I did my morning time show this day, because, yeah, I stream at weird hours. That all the true crime shows have turned into all of that side drama. So let's do that at night, and then we can do our court streams in daytime, and then I can spurg out at night, and you don't have to listen to it if you're not into all of that stupid stuff. The FBI just released a statement that Guthrie was staged. Did it? I have so much shit in my all of my timeline right now is just the car crew. So I'm not. No. I don't see anything. Thank you, Marissa, for sending me the things that I didn't see you sent me until now. I don't see anything. I'm sorry. Nope. Maybe if I search for her. Samantha Guthrie. PMC 21 minutes ago, Nancy Guthrie's pastor urges prayers amid search warns against hopelessness. Oh, Reality T 9 minutes ago says they have new leads in the search for Savannah Guthrie. Greg Gutfield wants them to take polygraph test. They don't work, you fucking moron. He pleads for them to help. I don't see anywhere. What does CNN says? No. The latest thing is that FBI says it has no suspect in the mother's disappearance. That's what I can see. Oh, I read that former FBI agent yesterday. Crispy bacon. No. Yesterday, I read a statement, I think it was from Fox News. A former FBI agent had said it looks staged. But yeah, that's kind of like when the body language people will come on and tell you that this looks this way because someone did this. You all know what that means. He doesn't know. He hasn't been at the site. He hasn't looked at the evidence. So let's put a pin in that and return to it when we get some real news. Because right now, all of this is just pure speculation by people who has no connection to anyone who is working the case. So that's why I'll wait with my judgment. I don't. You saw something, and that happens sometimes. Don't worry about that. But it was in an article we read yesterday. Yes, I read it yesterday. But build the Lego, got the shoulders down, not all the drama shit that's going on. And I think we found our next case to disappear into, which will be Michigan, Franklin Township. Dale Warner, did he unalive his wife and put her in an anhydrous tank to hide the body? Apparently, she disappeared in 21. The body was found in 24. He was arrested in 23. And the case is set to start this Thursday. So we can get back on track, sitting here on my ass and follow a case. What Lego are you building? Money, you are an hour and 20 minutes late. I finished building Lego 30 minutes ago. I built the bamboo, the lucky bamboo. So, and always in these high-profile cases, they will go and find someone who once had a badge or something and make them make a statement that they can spin into something. No evidence has been found or released so far. Before I started today, I went back, I checked that local police station on the twit, and they hadn't released anything, and they have nothing planned, which tells me they missed a deadline again yesterday. Sorry to say it. That's how it is. Money. I should have tilted the camera a little to the right. But that's what we built today. No. Yes. But if you haven't read that story, it was from Men's Magazine. I read it on Men's Magazine yesterday. Men's Magazine, I don't know why they cover true crime, but hey, But they were citing a source that Fox News had on. So again, it's based on his experience as an FBI agent, and take it for what you want. But yeah, I think we're only 40 people here today. I'm just saying. Thank you so much, J7, for gifting a membership to PM Hammer. Oh. Did I just see what I saw? It's the little Jamester. Hey, Jamie, have you returned from your meeting with the rest of the cabal that runs the universe? I told everyone yesterday, even though you said I wasn't allowed to talk about it, how you were at your annual meeting where you are planning what to do with the planet for the next year. And I know the warning was for me not to buy underwater property, but I gave it to the rest of chat. So I hope I didn't spoil your plans. 40 people is plenty for. Yeah, hey, I can't complain about the people who's not here. Assholes. And Farley is here. So we have both Jamie and Farley here. What is the world to come to? But yeah, lots of funny things going around, and but we will get back into trial. Maybe Jamie will get over her illnesses as well and can join us for some of the coverage. Jamie, we're going to cover the Dale Warner case. The Dale Warner case. When am I going to do the Tweety Bird Lego? I don't know. Maybe I'll do it as a warm-up on Saturday, because Saturday is Valentine's Day, if I'm correct, and it's a Valentine's Day piece. And I have my big build-off at noon, so maybe to get my hands nice and limber, I might do that. What day does the trial start? It starts Thursday. Thursday. You are so detailed in my adventures. Well, you sent me the updates and the pictures, and I still think it's weird that that guy who has to sit in that cone because he's from Alpha Centauri, and because of the pressure, he has to be in that specialized cone. He looks weird, Jamie. I'm just saying I think it's a he. I can't tell. But he has that weird, kind of like Dr. Zoidberg. Are you allowed to send those pictures to me? I don't know. Okay. Good to hear. Well, Thursday. So far, they have an evidentiary hearing tomorrow. If they're going to stream it, hey, we might take a little peek on the evidentiary hearing to see if we can learn something. They had a motion to move the case to another county that was denied. So we might sneak in and look at a hearing tomorrow, or else the case is set opening statements on Thursday. Now, all we need is just that it's not going to be televised, so I can't cover it. But that's the plan so far. As always, every plan on this channel is in the air and can change at every single time, because I'm dependent on feeds being put out there. So hopefully we can get back to the bread and butter, watching some stupid trials, discussing the evidence, and having some fun together. Now it's Tuesday. Remember to take your trash out, because tomorrow is trash day, at least if you live in my neighborhood. There's a hearing tomorrow. We might watch that. We might watch, I don't know, grass grow. Can't do it in Denmark. We have snow. Or we might do something else. We'll figure it out. Nighttime stream today. I didn't stream last night because Danny was coming back. He just had a granddaughter. And I don't know if I'm going to go live tonight. Aiden is having his night off, so I'll probably do it at midnight if I'm doing it. We don't know. We'll figure it out. Everything will be figured out. Just turn your notifications on, do all the YouTube things, and be very scared what plans Jamie has for the planet the next year. I am not saying small Kano at all. Love you all. See you all.
I'm Jimmy. How y'all doing?
I know English is your second language, but you don't word
It's
your
my
questions
third,
carefully.
but I'm still better at it than you. You are.
The most important people in this case that everybody seems to have forgotten in this room is the jury. So we're going to take a 15-minute break and both sides take a pregnant pause and